Good morning, Algebra 1 students. It's very early for me to make this video, but I'm going to do my best to stay lively and not bore you. So this lesson is part 1 of solving what we call literal equations, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a moment. This is kind of a tough topic. It shouldn't be tough. But people get really scared of these for some reason, and I don't know why. I think it's scary because you guys see more variables, and the more variables you see, you just kind of freak out. It's completely unnecessary. Just relax. If you're solid on everything we've done so far, you'll realize that it's just the exact same thing we've been doing. The only difference is it's more variables than numbers. So let me get started and show you what I mean. So a formula or equation that involves several variables is called a literal equation. Again, don't get mad at me for the handwriting. The app sucks. We're still trying to get some different licensing to make better videos for you. Just bear with me. Again, so the thing is, it says it involves several variables. So if we look down at this first example, we're going to solve t equals m plus n for n. So here's the equation. This is the literal equation that involves those several variables that we were talking about. We're trying to get n by itself. We're trying to isolate n. So we're going to start by drawing a line down the middle of that equal sign so that we split it into two equal sides. Just like before. Nothing different there. We're going to put a box around the variable we want to isolate. So I'm going to keep that sign. I'm going to put a box around the n because that's the variable I'm trying to solve for. Remember it says solve for n. Then we're just going to undo all the operations around n because that's what we're trying to solve for. But whatever we do to one side, we still have to do to both sides. So let me change my color. So around n, you have m plus n. So if we want to get n by itself, we have to do something with that m. So I'm going to subtract m to make that go away. But if I subtract m from this side of my equal sign, I also have to subtract m from that side. So I get t minus m. Okay, so t minus m. Those are not like terms, so I cannot put them together, so I just leave them the way they are. That's actually why this lesson should be kind of easier than other units. Then we have m minus m. Well, if we have an m and we take that m away, we're left with no m's, it's gone. Just like before. And then we still have our n left over. Do I have n by itself now? And I do. That's it. Not that scary. Again, people see these variables and they freak out, and there's really no reason for that. So we're going to solve d equals r times t for r. Okay, so we're looking for our variable r, and we're looking at what order of operations are we doing to r. Well, we've got an invisible operation. We've got r times t. Right? So what this means is we're multiplying r times t. So how do we undo times t? Well, we divide by t. So on my equation, I'm going to divide by t. Divide by t. So what this looks like is d divided by t. I can't put those variables together because they're different variables. So I just leave it the way it is. And that equals, well, we have r and t divided by t cancels each other out. So now I have r by itself. I'm all done. Okay, not scary again. So we're going to try and figure out what order of operations we're doing to b. So variable b this time is what we're solving for. So if I look, we're adding a to b. Oh, that looks terrible. And we're adding c to b. So we can undo that by subtracting c and subtracting a. So in my equation, I'm going to subtract c from this side, which means I need to subtract c from this side. So I have P minus C equals, we still have A, we still have plus B, and this C minus C cancels, and that's gone. So let me change my color real quick. Oh no. And now, we took care of that step. Now we're going to subtract A this time. So minus A from this side, minus A from this side. So I still have P, I still have minus C, and I still have minus A. All of those things can't be put together, so we leave it. And that is equal to, well, we have A minus A, that is gone, equals B. Now that we have B by itself, this is all done. We did both of these steps, we're good to go. Now we have V equals LHW. So first of all, I'm going to rewrite this. V equals L, well, what's missing? Times W times H. All of those things are multiplied together. And it wants me to solve for variable W. This is the variable we're looking for. So what order of operations are we doing to W? Well, we're multiplying by L. And we're multiplying by H. So then we're going to do the opposite. So we'll divide by H and we'll divide by L. So we're going to divide by L, or divide by H like I said, and we're going to divide by H. So V divided by H equals, well, we still have L, we still have times W, and then these H divided by H goes away. So that step was taken care of, and next we're going to do dividing by L, and so we get V divided by H divided by L. That's perfectly fine. There is a way to simplify that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We have L divided by L, and that cancels, so we just get W. We have W by itself, we are done. The only problem with solving literal equations is you can't put it back in and check to see if you're right. So again, we'll make sure Mr. Balo and Ms. Schaefer and Ms. Tryon and all of us are helping you out when you need it. Like, we'll check it for you to make sure that you're doing the right stuff, because I know this is a little bit scary, and like I said, it shouldn't be. A couple more. So we're trying to solve for H now. I'm going to write it a little bigger so I can put my box around. B times H divided by 2. So which variable I'm looking for is H. So we're doing our order of operations to H. Well, we've got multiplication and division, so times B and divided by 2. So we can undo that with times 2 and divided by B. So we'll start with that times 2. If I multiply this left side times 2, remember we go up, we multiply the right side times 2. I'm going to write it over here. Maybe. There we go. So A times 2, well, that is just, oh, is it writing? There we go. A times 2 is just 2A. You can write 2 times A if you want, but you don't need that dot. On the right side, we've still got B times H, and then 2 divided by 2 and multiplied by 2 are opposites. So those cancel each other out and they're gone. Now we did this step, and now we need to divide by B. Divided by B, divided by B. So 2A divided by B equals, B divided by B is just 1, so we've got H. All done. And I think there's one more. Yeah, last one. So we're solving this for W. So by the order of operations, we're solving to W. Well, what would we do first to W? Well, we would multiply W times 2 first, and then we would add 2L. Okay, we're adding 2L. Those are together because they're multiplied together, so I'm going to leave them together like that. So we can undo that plus 2L first with minus 2L, and then instead of times, we're going to do divided by 2. Maybe, come on. There we go. So starting with minus 2L, if I subtract 2L from that side, I need to subtract 2L from this side. So we get P minus 2L. Not like terms, you cannot put those together. We've got 2L minus 2L, those are gone. And you have 2W. Let me change colors. So that step was done. Now we're going to divide by 2. So I'm going to divide this side by 2. I'm going to divide this entire thing by 2. Remember, we do it per side. So if I do 2 divided by 2, that's just 1. We're left with W. And then we've got P minus 2L divided by 2. Okay, we divided the entire side. That's kind of tricky for some people. Just remember that whatever we're doing to one side, we do to the other side. So that's the only kind of new thing. As always, ask questions. Do your best on your independent practice. Make sure that you get a solid understanding before you leave for the day. And then I'll see you later.